have trial on this matter. I don't know if you want me to go ahead and sort of give my arguments to his motion to dismiss or motion for summary judgment. He's filed a multitude of pleadings, quite frankly, Judge, and we've tried our best to respond to those. We really treated the motion he filed as a motion to dismiss. If you'd like me to give my argument for that, Judge, I can.
Well, here's the court situation. First of all, are there minor children involved in this?
Not anymore, Your Honor. I do believe there were minor children at the time.
We still have one minor child.
How old is your youngest child?
He turns 11 this month.
Turns 11 this month, okay. And counsel, when the court reviewed this, it appeared that there had previously been a filing. I think Ms. Haynes was representing Ms. Gifford at that time. She subsequently non-sued, if I'm not mistaken. The petition I have that apparently has been filed by your office for Ms. Gifford, actually this was one that she filed, is dated August the 3rd of 2022. In looking at the pleadings on that, it appeared that it did go out with the summons and the notice in regards to what to do if you were in opposition of the registration of the foreign decree. Did you look over those summonses?
We did, Judge, and I do believe Mr. Greenberg has been served by publication. This took place prior to Mr. Bonner and myself being retained on this case. But I believe Ms. Gifford served him by publication prior to retaining us. In addition, I would allege that there's been multiple responsive pleadings filed in which he didn't raise any Rule 12 affirmative defenses. He's waived the service of process, if that's what the court's getting at.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at is generally in regards to expressing opposition to registering a foreign decree, you have a period of time under which you can express that opposition, and you are limited, as I understand, in your defenses to it. To the best of my knowledge, Mr. Greenberg hasn't filed an appropriate opposition to this. So that's one of the issues the court is concerned about. But he's got a motion to dismiss, and I guess we're probably going to need to get some information from him. But I understand y'all are ready to set this as far as you're concerned. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
Mr. Greenberg, you filed a motion to dismiss this petition to register a foreign decree. First of all, when were you made aware of this pending litigation?
I want to go back onto something you said that I didn't file in time for.
You need to, if you'll be kind enough to listen to my question, I'm going to give you an opportunity to participate, but that would entail us all being courteous to one another and responding. When were you notified, or when did you receive notice that this litigation had been filed?
Whenever I sent the response back to the court saying that.
I can't understand you. You need to speak up.
When I sent the initial response back to the court.
I have a February notice of intent to appear. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
All right, that's dated February the 6th of 2023. And then I have a second one filed by you February the 13th, 2023. So I'm assuming then you agree that you received actual notice of this prior to, on or prior to February the 6th. Is that a fair statement of this year?
I'm not looking at the documents, so if you can show it to me, then that'd be good.
All right, let's get Mr. Como back in here. We can't not get here. But Mr. Como, actually, please step back. Bear with us, Mr. Greenberg. Your voice is reverberating and it's making it difficult for us to understand you. Mr. Greenberg, will you count off 1, 2, 3, 4 for me?
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
That's freaky. That's a technical term.
Yeah.
Okay, what about now?
Count off 1, 2, 3, please.
1, 2, 3.
Better, is it?
1, 2, 3.
There you go.
How about hanging around for a few minutes? Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Greenberg, I'm looking at your notice of intent to appear, and this one, it was received by the clerk on February 6th of 2023. Your notice of intent to appear is dated February 1, 2023. And I'm gonna mark both of these as exhibits to your testimony today. Are you familiar with the documents I just mentioned?
I'm looking at intent to appear. It says February 1st, 2023.
And anything it's saying? Bear with me, just, I can't understand what it's saying. If y'all can, y'all let me know. Well, I can't.
He said he was familiar with the notice of intent.
All right, are you familiar with the notice of intent? I'm having difficulty understanding you, Mr. Greenberg. So say it again, please.
I'm familiar with this document. Can I share it with you to see if we're talking about the same one?
He really has documents he wants to share with you.
All right, doesn't make any difference if I can't understand what he's saying. To be honest, I've never had a problem where y'all can understand it and I can't, but it seems to me to be echoing. Are y'all not hearing an echo line?
Slightly, Judge.
Okay. Maybe if you turn the volume down.
I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit.
Count off 1, 2, 3 again, Mr. Greenberg.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, I can understand you a little bit better. Are you familiar with the notice of intent? Apparently you are. You have a copy of it, correct?
Right, and most importantly,
Okay. I couldn't understand the last part. We're marking the two notices of intent as exhibit, collective exhibit 1 to the testimony today. Now, help me with this, sir. In regards to the ruling from the California court, and counsel were certified copies submitted to the Davidson County Circuit Court clerk.
That is correct, Judge, yes.
All right. And do you disagree that the California court ruling has been certified to the Davidson County Circuit Court clerk?
I'm sorry, I didn't follow.
You need to respond to me, Mr. Greenberg, or we're not going to be able to go forward. Do you disagree that a certified copy of the ruling out of the California court from your divorce action has been filed with the Davidson County Circuit Court Clerk's office?
Yes, I'm familiar with that, yes.
I couldn't understand. You're familiar with that?
Yes, I'm aware that it's been filed.
Okay. So there being a certified copy, what objection, can you possibly have to it being a ruling out of the California courts in regard to your divorce action?
Right. It's
And you may disagree with it. You certainly have a right to appeal. Did you appeal that ruling?
yeah. We're getting off track here. It's a fraudulent order.
No, I get to decide when we're off track. So you need to cooperate with me. We'll get through this pretty quickly. Did you file an appeal to the ruling from the California court on your divorce action?
Yes, I did.
And did they affirm the ruling? Did the appellate courts affirm the ruling of the California court?
Yes, they affirmed the fraud on the court ruling. Yes.
All right. All I could make out of that is that they affirmed the ruling.
No, they affirmed the fraudulent ruling. Right. You got to leave in the fraud on the court ruling.
The California Court of Appeals judge did not find that there was any fraud at the trial court level.
I understand that, but I'm trying to get it on the record. Do y'all not have a court reporter here?
Do not judge.
Since the California's appellate court has affirmed that ruling, I don't know of any objection you can have to it, Mr. Greenberg. You may disagree with the ruling, but it's a ruling from the California Superior Court. It's been affirmed by their appellate court. So, what is the basis of your motion to dismiss?
Fraud upon the court. It's in the motion.
Fraud upon the court. What fraud? Who perpetrated a fraud?
Carla Gifford, Julie Palafox, and the rest of the Orange County Superior Court.
It's not work. I can't understand anything you're saying.
Yeah, I understand. If okay,
Try that again, Mr. Greenberg.
Okay, so the fraud upon the court, is that what you're talking about?
I heard the fraud upon the court. Okay.
Right.
We're talking about the fraud upon the court, if that's what you just said.
Right. And
What court has made a ruling that there's been a fraud perpetrated upon the court?
the Superior Court by Julie Palafox and the Appellate Court.
let me make one more judgment, sir. Okay, now have him try it one more time.
Say that again, please.
The Superior Court of California, the lower court, and the Appellate Court both perpetuated the fraud upon the court.
You're saying those courts perpetuated a fraud upon the court?
Yes, sir.
You don't have any ruling out of any judicial body from the state of California that says that there was a fraud perpetrated upon the court. Is that your statement?
That's not my statement. That's yours. But we can read what it is that I wrote to you that will nullify what it is you're trying to convey.
Okay. Well, what I'm trying to convey is that we have a ruling from the California court that was affirmed by the California appellate courts, and there is nothing to indicate in those rulings that I've seen that any fraud has been perpetrated.
Right, and I'm bringing that to your attention now. That fraud.
Okay. But they've already ruled to the contrary. Counsel, as far as I'm concerned, and I've reviewed your motion to dismiss, Mr. Greenberg, and I find no basis for it. You filed something called a hearing, want to set a hearing for summary judgment, but you haven't complied with any rules of this court for a summary judgment motion in this matter. So the court is respectfully denying your motion to dismiss, sir. Certified copies of the ruling from the California court have been filed with this court, and this court is accepting them. Now,
what can you explain to me what it is that?
Pardon me, I was talking, Mr. Greenberg. Mr. Bellamy, you were requesting the court to set this case for hearing. What we've got is a California ruling that you're interested in domesticating. And I haven't seen a proper response that would justify the court not domesticating it. Are you interested in enforcing it? Are you interested in modifying it? What is your request?
To my knowledge, Judge, we're just interested in enforcing this California judgment.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. How long do you think this will take to have a hearing? Have you discussed this with your client? Need a day, 2 days?
I think a day, Judge, would definitely get it done.
Let's be safe and get 2 days. Madam Clerk, will you get your book and let's pick 2 days to deal with this?
Your Honor, I have a question.
Hold on just a second, Mr. Greenberg. I'm gonna come back to you. I'll give you an opportunity to respond.
May 17th, May 24th, or May 30th?
What works for your calendar?
May 30th, I'm sorry, 17th or 24th, 30th is not good.
17 or what?
17th or 24th of May,
17th or 24th of May.
I'm
6th
not,
or 7th of June.
I'm not available until July.
When is your first available date in July, Mr. Greenberg?
Right after the 4th, the 5th.
The 5th of July?
Yes, anytime after the 5th.
The 5th is available, as is the 11th and 12th of July.
What's it, the 11th and 12th of July?
5th, 11th, or 12th of July. Come on, counsel, we need to have a date.
I
You
apologize,
gotta
Judge,
have
I'm
a
trying to
calendar.
coordinate between co-counsel right now. The 11th of July, Judge, I would be able to be present certainly.
All right, well, here's the deal. I'm gonna set it for at least 2 days. And my problem is, I'm not sure, in looking at this, I'm not sure what the enforcement provisions, I understand there's some property in this state, is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
So I'm gonna set it for 2 days, the 11th and the 12th. Mr. Greenberg, are you available on the 11th and 12th of July?
Yes, I'm available then.
Okay, then we're setting, this case for the 11th and 12th. Counsel, you've represented to this court that, all discovery is complete as far as you're concerned. Is that
That's
right?
correct.
You don't need any further discovery?
I need discovery.
I'm sorry,
I need discovery.
what discovery do you need?
Well, apparently the fraud upon the court, which you're not recognizing or acknowledging.
Understand, Mr. Greenberg, I've dismissed that motion. We're not pursuing any fraud upon the court. The California courts haven't indicated that they have found any indication of fraud upon the court. So we're not gonna go relitigate those issues. That you pursued those issues in the appellate court.
No, that wasn't pursued in there. That was not pursued there. That they would not recognize that they committed their own fraud. No, and that's why I brought the motion here.
Here's the deal, we're setting this on the 11th and the 12th. Let me suggest to you, Mr. Greenberg, you desperately need to get an attorney to help you with this, okay? What do you do for a living, please?
I am a software developer.
Software developer? And what I'm gonna suggest is you need to contact an attorney in this state as soon as you can, so that you can be properly represented. I wanna make certain you have a fair hearing. But we've got a ruling from the state of California that's been certified, properly certified to this court, and this court is gonna deal with the contents of that and enforce it to the extent possible. So having said that, counsel, I'm gonna let you prepare an order. And is there a mailing address that's better for you, Mr. Greenberg, so you'll get all the information in this matter?
Well, I have a concern, Your Honor, in that we're not really.
You have what?
I have a concern.
I'm looking for a mailing address right now. I'm assuming that, pass those affidavits or those, pleadings to me. I'm assuming we've got a mailing address on that.
The courts are construed by authority and they cannot go beyond the power delegated to them. If they act beyond that authority and certainly in contravention of it, their judgments and orders are regarded as nullities. They are not voidable, but simply noid, and even prior to reversal. It is not necessary to take any steps to void a reverse judgment, vacated or set aside.
I'm going to mute the computer if you don't respond to my question. What is your mailing address, sir? Do you have a mailing address?
Yeah, you can use my mailing address. You can use my P.O. box.
What is your P.O. box you want this to go to Mr. Greenberg? P.O. Box 405 Beverly Hills, California, 90213.
No, I'm in Boca right now.
Mr. Greenberg?
Yeah, I'm looking for my address.
As a record of the fact, Mr. Greenberg refuses to provide the court with a more exact address. This is an address that appears in the pleadings that he filed with the court in February 2023.
I have the address. It's on.
An email address on that. Counsel, do you have copies of these notices to appear?
Few of them, Judge, there's been some filed, some sent that were unfiled, but we do have his email address and his P.O. box, and I believe in one of his pleadings, he said he would accept service by email, so we'll put an email on it.
Well, here's what we need to do. Put in today's order, put in the order that the court is designating his email address, dsgreenberg2020@gmail.com.
Yes.
And his P.O. box 405 Beverly Hills, California 90213 as appropriate addresses to communicate with him and forward pleadings unless and until he provides us with different addresses. Send him a copy of today's order. In the order, set it for those dates that we previously agreed on, and put in there that the court has implored Mr. Greenberg to please retain counsel to assist him in this case. Counsel, is there anything else we need to address? We need to put in the order that the court has reviewed and dismissed denied the order of dismissal in this matter, and has registered the California ruling and domesticated it for all purposes in the state of Tennessee. And we'll deal with it on those days. Anything further, counsel?
No, Judge, thank you.
Be the order of the court. Mr. Greenberg, thank you for your participation today. This will conclude your Zoom hearing in our matter. You have a good day. Thank you.
Yeah, my address is not the right address. I'm in Boca now.
All right, we're clear. This is still on. All right, let's call the next matter.